Fall 2011, Notes and Intro to Senior Year, August 14th, 2011. No one knows what they are doing. No one knows anything about anything. We listen and believe or disbelieve. We learn what is true and false. We take chances and try certain things. All we want is to be happy. September 28th, 2011. You offer cold summer, and I need your love again. You still drink that hard water, and the sun is gone again. You bother harsh mother, and we're back on deeper ends. A burnt coal starts no fire. Will our hearts just never end? October 6th, 2011. Mystic Muse. I can see that there may be brighter things, but what I want is not worth it. They all may be the muses of my dreams, but that's as far as that'll get. Now I cannot explain the shame that I accept. It's a riddle in my brain, a cloudy contracept. These centuries of pain I foresee in my fourth step. They channel bad endings, they promote seas of regret, and it all could be done with a slip of the tongue. It's gone. I try to find sustain without a seasonal sunset, but in the end I can see that it's really not worth it. These faces are reading, I never want to find neglect. My senses are heating. I need to wipe this off my chest. October 12th, 2011. Bless the land of the thoughtless children. Praise the band of heartless souls. All you saints who lose the bargain. Use faithful cork legends to clog the holes. The fall of senior year. I was lucky to have enjoyed a successful junior year season in my soccer career because my senior year season never happened. The summer pre-season sessions had gone well for me, and I was poised to become the captain of the varsity team. I got to play in our one pre-season game where I scored a goal and assisted another. My excellence in the sport had finally led to a leadership role, and one that would be indisputable in the public eye. Then came soccer practice the day before our first day of school, which also happened to be the day before our first real season game. We were doing a corner kick drill, where one of us took corner kicks while 5 of us were on offence against another 5 on defence. I was on the offensive and took a jump for a header when the assistant coach who defended me rammed into my side. I flipped horizontal mid-air and fell onto my left shoulder. Everyone heard the snap, and I was sure that something more than a bruise had taken place, especially as I tried to stand up. My mother picked me up and drove me to the hospital as I wept in pain, feeling every bump in the road in my left shoulder. I was to be bandaged up and on Vicodin for a few days before my surgery. I had fractured my collarbone upon impact with the pitch, and the best idea was to get a metal plate drilled into my bone for a speedy recovery. I was to become part machine. Those few days of Vicodin are remembered as a bipolar wave ride between deep pain and extreme relief. There was a time where I moaned in agony and felt the need for a double dose, to which my mom readily obliged. The result was a closed-eye visual of a clown dancing as I fell asleep, sitting up in an armchair. Even more strange was the prelude to my surgery as I got hooked up to a drip of some funny juice, they stupidly called it. I entered a foggy, giggling fit, and once in the operating room they told me that the anaesthetic might burn a bit. Before I could respond, I felt the aforementioned fire creep from my hand up into my arm, and the pain sent me into wide-eyed hyperventilation until I passed out. I awoke out of a fog and asked how it all went. I also immediately asked for a hug from the surgeon, to which they laughed. The recovery was remarkably quick, and I soon ditched my sling when I felt all but completely back to normal in about a week or two's time. My mother wouldn't let me back on the pitch for the season though, because the break was much too fresh, and another rough treatment from an opponent would be all it would take to bring the hell back. With all of my free time away from the field, I occasionally biked over to Tiernan's new place, where he, Ernie and Earl would often congregate for green power consumption and gun shooting in the backyard. They flipped different amounts of green power for profit all the while, and thus our hangouts turned into some strange theatre of basic, raw masculinity. I would go there for the humorous conversations and various highs of group green power consumption, but my connection to my friends certainly lessened as our differing true natures became more realised. Eventually, I stopped hanging out at Tiernan's altogether, as I realised that there were better ways I could spend my time. Tiernan didn't seem to care who came to his home, an apathy which had attracted a band of grunts I wasn't fond of. I wanted no part in weird antisocial gatherings of green power users who didn't share interesting conversation. My relationship with my girlfriend had suffered some blows too, no less. During a camping trip with her family, there was a point where her mother caught us as we exited a camp shower stall together. Her mother grounded us from each other for a month so that we could only see each other at school. There was another time during the grounding where I snuck over while her mum was away. We had a wild time together, but her family returned sooner than expected, and I had to hide in the bedroom's floor-level clothing cupboards. I heard the whole thing as her mum asked her what she had been up to, if I had gone over while they were gone, and if we had sex in her bed. My girlfriend started to cry, and that was enough for her mother to sentence another grounding, even though there was no real proof that I was in the room, hiding in the cupboards with my pants down. Once her mum left the room, I was cautiously let out and made my way to the window, which my girlfriend had knocked the screen out of. Luckily, she lived on the first floor. With my pants still not all the way up, I fell to the ground outside and quickly hiked them up before I sprinted down the street to avoid any detection. It felt terrible to get her in trouble again, and all because of my horniness too.